I have more experience and that give me the support.
Hey, that's great. All right. So Irma, welcome. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Good evening. How are you today?
Very fine, thank you. I have headaches.
A headache.
Yes.
Oh my. What? How come? Please tell me. Are you okay?
Yes, I go to the Tribunal Superior de Justicia for doing one homework and the juicios orales penales. I lost and I is so much soon, and I have headache.
Oh, you know what? We are so sorry to know that. And well, I guess that your headache was not only because of the sun, but also because of the stress that you were
Yes.
under. Well, but let's hope that you get better soon.
Thank you.
All right. So, are you a lawyer?
I am a student.
Ah, yeah.
Sixth semester.
Okay, so are you studying law?
Yes.
That's it. Oh my, well, let's hope that the next experience will be much better.
Thank you.
All right, my pleasure. So, Marisela, how are you?
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. How about your week?
It's okay. It's very quiet.
Hey, that's great. Okay, and so you know what? Today we are going to talk about job interviews. So, as I told you before, I guess that it is going to be a very interesting topic because we are going to have some tips and have some considerations about job interviews. All right, so let's go to the first image. Here we are. Here we go. All right, so please, Rafael, could you help me? Carlos, welcome. How are you?
Hi.
Yes, teacher.
All right. Let's listen to Carlos. Let's ask Carlos how he is. Carlos, how are you?
Hi, I am fine. Thank you.
Excellent. Great. How about your week? Was it good?
Yes, it was good. Good.
All right. Pretty good. Welcome, everyone. Okay. So, Rafael, now please help me reading the first point.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, please. Can you
I
see?
went to shopping and I look the offers in the supermarket and sell 5 glasses and 6 cups and 3 dishes.
Hey, that's great. All right, Rafael. Do me a favor. Can't you help me to read number 1, please?
Okay, teacher. 1. Research the opportunity before your visit.
All right, so what does this mean? we are going to investigate what is the company we are visiting about, what do they do, what is the prestige that the company has, so that we know as much as we can about the company previously to our job interview. All right, so what do you think? Do you agree with this point?
Okay. I first investigate to company and um, and I have planned to talk with the people and their RH, recursos humanos, and talk my experience and my studies and curriculum vitae.
Okay, pretty good. Thank you very much, Rafael. Cynthia, please help us to read number 2.
Number 2, prepare a list of questions you want to ask.
Excellent, thank you. Do you agree with this point? Do you consider that it's necessary?
Yes, we have to know about the prestaciones, lo olvidé, ¿cómo se
The
dice?
benefits?
And the benefits that they offer to us, and the time we have to work, and the days we have to work, all the questions or doubts that we have about the work. We have maybe a little idea, but we have to know all of the work that we concursar por.
That we are applying for.
Applying for.
Hey, that's great. Thank you very much, Cynthia. All right, Carlos, please, could you help me reading number 3?
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
3. Dress professionally and be neat and well groomed.
All right, so do you think that it is important?
Yes, I think I think we need to take different looks for different occasions. Like if I stay with my friends, I can wear my jeans or something like not important. But if you need to introduce in a important job or a serious job, you need to dress to this.
To be a little more formal. All right.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so Carlos, Carlos too, or what's your last name, Carlos?
My last name is Carlos Uribe or Juan Carlos.
All right, so Juan Carlos, thank you. Could you help me reading number 4, please?
Yes, of course. Number 4, arrive a few minutes early. I think that it's important because that point, how can I say, habla de ti? Esto habla mucho de ti.
Talks about you, about yourself.
About yourself. How talk about yourself?
That's pretty good. All right. I have a question for Carlos Uribe and for Carlos M. Because you read point number 3 and point number 4. Let's suppose that I am going to my interview, to my job interview, but as I am riding my bicycle, I go to the office, I go to the place where I am going to apply for the interview, for the job, and I am all sweat and I am not perfectly combed because of the air in my hair, because of the effort to ride my bicycle. So what could it be your opinion if you look at me, well, not very groomed, not very well groomed, and I forget it, and even I am not on time because I couldn't be with my bicycle on time from Miramontes to Indios Verdes. What do you think about it?
Well, I think the first, how can I say, first impression, it's correct?
Yes, the first impression.
That it's important. We all have first opinions about everything, about people, about things, food, everything. And if you don't make sure about these little things, people can get a different imagine than you want to show there.
But in this case, doesn't it, isn't it taken into consideration that I am riding my bicycle because I want to be a green person, I want to be sustainable friendly, environmentally friendly, I don't know. No, doesn't it count?
Como el currículum.
Kind of like that. Let's suppose that as you saw me, that I was riding my bicycle when I came to the interview, but isn't
Teacher,
it a good point for me to be green?
yeah, I think that yes, teacher, because mm, I I think that it is not problem because you are a person friendly with the environment.
I think so. So if I am not very well groomed, if I am a little sweat, and I am a little late for the interview, I think there wouldn't be any problem, would it?
Yeah.
Yes, I think too, but in many jobs are so picky in things like that.
I understand. Thank you. Well, yes, you're right. Okay, maybe I am very environmentally friendly, but even I have to be neat, I have to be well groomed, and I have to be on time, of course. All right. Thank you very much. Irma, please help me reading number 5.
Yes, teacher. 5. Take a few copies of your CV, a notepad, and pen.
All right. Thank you very much. What do you think about it?
What is CV?
Your curriculum vitae.
Okay, I understand. I think it's very important have a CV because the people know who are you, where do you be, and what is do you know.
Okay, but well, I don't know. In this case, they say a notepad, a pen, but if I have already sent you my CV by email, and I have my cell phone on hand, so I guess I wouldn't need any notepad and any pen. And if I want to show you my CV, it is in my cell phone, so you can see. Is it important to take the copies of the CV and the notepad and pen?
I guess in everyone works, they want a copy of your CV. A notepad is not necessary because you have technologies to do the same. But in the works, want copies of your CV.
You're right, because okay, let's suppose that I have the CV in my cell phone, but what happens if my cell phone is stolen, or if I don't have charge, or if I want to open the email in order to show you my CV because you forgot to download it and print it? And well, many things could happen. So it is much better to be well prepared and to have things on hand, as well as the notepad and pen. So maybe they are past century technology, but anyway, they are useful and they can help you to solve a problem.
Yes, I see one problem with the technologies. I utilize it so much in my work and my homework and my career, but when I want to read, I want to escribir, writer.
To write?
I know that I don't can so easily. I can more with technologies.
Yeah, and even whenever we are nervous, it could happen that we don't remember how to do it, or it is difficult to manage the screen of our cell phone. Oh my! So
Yes, it's more easy with the cellular.
yeah, so easier. Pretty good. All right. Thank you very
Teacher,
much. Yes, Irma.
I feel sick. Can I see you next week?
Oh yes, of course, Irma. Don't worry.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Good
Good
evening.
night. Get better soon.
Sorry.
Good night, Irma. Get better.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye,
Bye.
Good night.
teacher.
Get better soon.
Thank you.
All right. So, Sandra, could you help me please reading number 6?
Yes. 6. Maintain eye contact and show interest in everyone involved in the interview.
All right. Thank you very much. Do you think that it is important that we
Yes, it's eye contact. Yes, it's very important, but in my case, I'm in the interview, I feel very nervous. Then maintain eye contact and show interest is difficult to me because I'm interested, of course, for the interview and someone else, but I feel very nervous. Then I try to that the people don't see my nervousness,
my nervousness,
and then I don't maintain eye contact for that reason.
That's it. All right. Yes. Or sometimes we tend to laugh a lot, or to move so much, to move nervously, to be moving our feet, or playing with a pen. And yes, it is a non-verbal communication. All right. Thank you very much. Yes. Marisela, please help me. Could you read number 7?
Yes. 7. Never discuss money in the first interview.
All right. What do you think about it?
Oh, I don't know if I'm agree with that point, because we need to know how much they pay for the job, right? If you have more option of employers of job, we need to know what how do you say convenir?
What's more convenient?
Yes, right. I think we need to know what is more convenient. Well, I think that. I don't know.
All right, thank you very much. And tell me, what do the others think about this point?
Excuse me?
What do the others think? Rafael, Carlos, Cynthia, Sandra, what do you think about this point?
Anna,
I have a question. Well, that is important because you have to know how to how to gain. ¿Cuánto vas a ganar?
How much
How much
you will earn?
you will earn. That is it is important because you can't arrive and say dame lo que tú quieras, ¿no?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because you have to how do you say determinar o establecer how
you have to establish or you have to determine
how cuánto quieres ganar, how want to earn or how much to earn in this job.
All right. Yes, I agree with you. Okay, Cynthia, please.
I think you have to know, and the employer have to know, because you don't want to lose time, and if you don't agree with the earn, you just spend time in the interview.
That's it. Thank you. All right, Sandra, what do you think about it?
I think depend on if I don't have other options and I need the job, maybe it's the best option to don't discuss about money in the first interview. But if I have a lot of offers, maybe it's the wise way to do in the first interview. I think depend on.
All right. Any other opinion? Carlos and Carlos?
I think that it's important talk about the payment in the first interview because it's the job is your job and you need to know about money.
Yes, that's it. All right. Carlos Uribe?
Yes, I think that it is very important because you have to know how much to earn, and because this is your I don't know how can I say tu estabilidad, tu economía.
Your stability to be steady.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I agree with you. Just, just this recommendation. I studied human resources, and I think, well, I know that it is not very recommendable to talk about, not to talk or to ask, to discuss about money in the first interview, so not to negotiate. Of course, you need to know how much you are going to earn. But in that case, we are referring to point number 1. Remember that in number 1, we said that it was very important to research the opportunity before your visit. So you will evaluate if it is convenient or not by asking to some people, who is working there and making your investigation about the conditions of the job, the salary, the benefits, and if it is convenient for you, if it is attractive, then you apply. If it is not attractive, you are not going to send any CV. But in the other hand, if you ask, first of all, if you discuss about money in the first interview, you are going to make the image, the first view, that the most important for you is not the job itself and to be growing professionally or to learn more and all those things. What you want is money, not the job. So it is not good for the first impression. So that's why they say not to discuss. They didn't say not to ask. They say not to discuss. What do they mean with this discuss? That maybe you say, hey, how much am I going to earn? Well, you are supposed to be earning kind of like 2,000 pesos per month. And you say, hey, come on, of course not, pay me more. That's to discuss. All right?
Okay.
Yeah, not to discuss, not to negotiate. Maybe ask if you don't know how much is it, but it's not very recommendable.
Okay, I
Yes.
understand that.
Yes, I told you before, number one, research the opportunity. In this point, you will know what is the range of the salaries. All right, well, thank you very much. Let's go.
Teacher?
Yes.
Yeah, I have to say something.
Yes.
The past week, I went to interview in job, interview job,
A job interview.
job interview, and mm, the first question, the first question they asked me, it was how.
How much?
How much do you want to earn?
Aha. Yes, that's it. Well, I agree. But you know what we said is not to negotiate. Maybe you said, all right, I pretend to earn this quantity, and that's all.
Okay.
But it's very different from start negotiating. Not to say, you know what, I pretend 20,000 pesos, and if you don't pay me that, I'm sorry, I will go. That's not recommendable.
Okay.
All right, so who wants to read number 8?
And I can read it.
Of course, yes.
8, do not have more than one alcoholic drink at any meal or even with a potential employer.
Thank you very much. And what do you think about this?
And I have to, I think that it's important because you have to go, and I don't know how can I say it en tus 5 sentidos.
Ajá, yep, in your all senses.
All senses, yes. That's important because you, I don't know how you say, vas a dar una imagen.
Ajá, you are going to cause an impression.
Yes, that's right.
All right, thank you. What do the others think about this point? Cynthia, what do you think about this point? Is it important or no matter how much you drink?
I think that no matter, only when you don't get drunk in the job. No, I think that the things we do out of um, the job, don't have importance when I don't let me find the right word. I think that the things that we make out of work, mientras, while we don't affect that responsibility that we have, and I think the other people don't have to interfere.
Interfere.
Yes, I think that in the job we have a responsibilities and we have to do, mientras no afecte eso, la verdad es que I think I never be drunk or get drunk in the work or come alive, like we said, to job. But I think que no debería de importar las actividades que uno haga siempre y cuando no afecten en el trabajo.
It wouldn't mind.
Yes.
All right, thank you. So, Sandra, what do you think about it?
Taking the comment to Cynthia, I think I agree with her because it not matters that your extracurricular activities outside the job. But if you drink in a meal with your boss or something like that, the people could judge you in the wrong way, like a drinker or something like that, because the people is like that. I don't know if it's good or bad, but we are like that. Then I prefer don't do it.
Yeah, not to do it. All right.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Carlos, what do you think about it?
I don't understand too much this point because who will take drinks before an interview?
That's it. Yeah, you know what? That's it. We didn't read it previously. Well, we did it, but we didn't pay too much attention. Do not have more than one alcoholic drink at any meal or event with a potential employer. So we are not in an interview. We are not in a meeting, but we are in the possibility of being working with this person. Let's suppose that I have a friend whose father is the owner of a company, and I know that he is the owner of a very interesting company that I would like to apply. So I am going to see, to preview that it could be an opportunity. That's why they say a potential employer. This is not an interview and this is not a meeting. We are not working. We are not still working. It's a possibility.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, right. Thank you very much. Okay, so, and well, I would also add that maybe sometimes we, as women, can be read in the wrong way, as you said before. Oh, am I? Wait me just a moment. Yes, so it would affect maybe to our image. As the girl said, we can do whatever we want whenever we are in our private life. But yes, we should try not to interfere with our professional life. All right, so Rogelio, welcome. How are you?
I'm a little embarrassed because I was trying to go to this classroom until 7 o'clock. I was in time, but I can't enter. And in this moment, Joel sent me the link, and well, I'm here now. Excuse me,
Yeah,
please.
you're here. Excellent. And thanks to Joel again. All right. Welcome, Rogelio. You know what? We are talking about job interviews and we are agreeing to disagreeing. We are interchanging ideas about what is good and what is not good about job interviews. Rogelio, could you help me reading the point number 9?
9, yes, let me see. Do you want to me read the number 9?
Yes, please.
Show equal respect to all you meet.
All
Show
right.
equal respect to all you meet.
Okay, what do you think about this point?
I'm agree because the interview needs respect for both of participants, equal respect than you need. Is that about is that okay? Is all right?
Oh yes, it is. You know what?
Imagine the point.
Yes, I remember that time ago I went to a job interview, but guess what? It was not one person who was interviewing me. There were 6 people who were doing that interview to me, and it was something like a meeting, like an academic meeting. And so for me, it was so surprising because I said, oh my, is this my professional tests or what? No, are they the standards? But yes,
or something like that.
yeah. And so what they mean in this point is that we are going to pay more the same attention and the same respect to everybody who you are being interviewed by. And for example, if you talk to the secretary, if you talk to the janitor, if you talk to the elevator employer,
The
you have
same
to be
respect to
respectful.
all.
With everybody.
Okay, I understand now. What's the point?
All right, thank you very much. Carlos, please tell us.
Hi, teacher.
Carlos M, because I see Carlos M, your hand raised.
Yes, teacher. Then follow up with a thank to each interviewer.
What do you think about this? Is it necessary that I write something for each interviewer?
I don't think so. I think you need to thank your interviewer.
Or maybe not to write a note, or is it necessary? Or just to say thank you very much?
I think that it's too much, no? I used to say thank you and that's all.
Yeah, maybe. Sandra, please tell us. Thank you, Carlos.
Yes.
Well, I think in some interviews you need to make a difference for yourself, you know. Then maybe to write a thank follow note is the thing that you make different to the other candidates in that interview. Could be interesting to do it.
And that can make also the difference in the results.
Exactly.
Hey, that's great. That's pretty good. Thank you very much. All right. So let's go. Well, I don't know if you have any question to this point or to this slide.
No, it's okay.
All right.
Yes,
So,
would you repeat all the class till the 7? I'm
Oh,
just
yes.
kidding.
Yes,
No,
it
I'm
can
just
be the
kidding.
same. Yes, it's the same. All right. So don't worry, don't worry. So let's go to the next part. It's gonna be very interesting also.
All right.
Here it is. Please, could anybody help me reading the first part? Common nonverbal mistakes made during job interviews. Rogelio, please, could you help me with the first?
Yes, it's a corner up and the left side.
Here, could you help me with
Yes,
this one?
yes, 67%. Fall to make eye contact.
That's what we were talking about. Do you remember who was that? Was Sandra, Cynthia, or Marisela? Who
It
said
was
that,
mine, yes.
yeah, that you get nervous when you have that eye contact.
Exactly.
Okay, so yes, as far as we can see in here, it is very important. So try to calm down and try to do it, because you know what? Many of the people who see that you don't make eye contact think that you are lying or that you are hiding something, or yes, that you are not saying the truth. So yes, it's very important. All right. Thank you very much, Rogelio. Cynthia, please tell me, could you help me reading for the next one?
Yes, 40% have little knowledge of the company.
What does this mean?
We think we don't know about the company in that interview us.
Maybe in a job interview, one of the first questions in the report could be, do you know anything about our company? What's the most interesting for you about this company? And you say, the money, of course. So that's not a good point.
Yes.
All right. So you have to say, oh, the mission, the vision, the philosophy, etc.
No,
Whatever you may like.
maybe not that, but a lot of his activities. No, I don't know if
Maybe.
they have a company or telefonia.
Yeah, telephone.
Telephone or TV or services, or there's a bank and no, I don't know, a construction engineers. I don't know.
Or maybe you can say, well, I have been informed about the seriousness of your company, that it is a very solid enterprise. I don't know,
And
something.
if they are transnationals or only location,
Successful. All right, excellent, thank you. All right, so Rafael, could you help me the next one?
Okay, teacher. 38% don't smile.
Is it important to be smiling?
Yes, teacher. I want the first the impression on the people is important, and look great and smile.
Yes, that's it. And well, in my personal opinion, when you smile, you can be a little more relaxed. So it helps a lot. All right. So
Teacher.
Yes.
But I
You,
think that
I
it
think
depends that the interviewer is nice. I don't know, but once I have an interviewer that it's very serious, and he almost angry all the time.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
And maybe we like to do, but the other people no se presta para.
Well, maybe they could be a little serious, or they could be a little stressed.
Maybe. But
but
his stress causes stress in the other people. And when I was stressed, I don't smile.
That's it. All right. Thank you very much. So, Marisela, could you help me reading the next one?
Yes, 33% have bad posture.
Okay. That's it. So what is a bad posture? What do you think about it?
Sitting the wrong way, like I don't know how to say that. With your, I don't know how to say, desparramado in la silla.
You are not so well groomed whenever you sit down, or you can be also with your arms folded.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yes, yes.
With the body language, it's important in this point. Sitting with a little, with your body a little hacia enfrente.
Ahead.
Ahead, right. With your body ahead, because you say with your body that you pones atención, you pay attention, right?
That's it.
I think we don't stay with your head around the room, for example.
Or sometimes whenever we fold our arms, people can interpret that we are closed to communication and
Yes.
that we are not open to receive any recommendation or any order.
Yes, that exactly with the girl in the picture.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yes, that's it. All right, thank you very much. So, please, who wants to read the next?
the letters are pretty little.
Oh, yeah. Well, yes. They say 33% fidget too much. So close, blink your eyes.
Fidget too much.
And what does this mean? It means maybe that you are very nervous or that you are at the expectance. So it is not very good also to be blinking your eyes too much.
Fidget too much because represent very nervous.
That's it. All right, pretty good.
You don't supposed to fidget too much.
As less as you can. All right, so what about next 55? They say the way you dress, act, and walk through the door, it is the 55%. That statistics show that first impressions are determined by the way you dress, the way you act, and the way you walk through the door. Wow. And 38% shows that the equality of your the quality of your voice, grammar, and confidence, how you speak. And 7% the words you choose to say. So sometimes we are very worried about what to say. Okay, I'm going to say that, and that's not important as far as you can see. Here that shows that 7% is that importance. All right. Well, maybe it is not a course, of course. It is, well, a talk that may be very useful for you when you have your next job interview, or whenever you want to give piece of advice to any other person.
But I am against that.
Yes, tell me.
Because I think, from my point of view, as I see it, the words you choose to say, it's very important than the way you dress or act or walk through the door. Because if you say something like, usually word is not the same for smart word. It's not the same. So I am against that, because it's important the word you choose to say.
Yes, that's it. That's why maybe you are one of the 7% who choose the words, who say. So
More than 7%.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with you. It is very important how people speak. But, well, something that the employers put into consideration more is those, the way you dress, act, and walk through the door, and things like those. All right. Any other's opinion?
May I add something?
Oh, yes, of course.
Thank you. Because I think now in one example, because if the employer ask me, how much you want to win? How much you want to win per month? And if I say $1,000, it's important say $1,000 or pesos or the correct word, not $1,000.
Yeah. Yes.
It's not important 7%. I think about.
Yes, I agree with you. All right. Well, I thank you very much for your participation and for your attendance and your attention. I hope that this has been useful for you, and that you can also have the opportunity of practicing your fluency and speaking. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you next class.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome,
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
See you
you.
later.
You have a very good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.